She grabbed a hold of my hair, punched the right side of my face.
It's been just over 6 months, and images of that attack still haunt Tracy Watkins Gobio every day.
He was double-fisted, pulling my hair, kicked my head.
A special education teacher for 30 years, Tracy says her last 12 years have been at Benjamin Franklin School, teaching kids in a zip code with one of the highest crime rates in Milwaukee.
My heart has always been with Franklin.
But on November 26, 2024, everything changed.
Because something I loved was taken away from me.
On that day, the mother of one of her students attacked her during a parent-teacher meeting.
That was a bruise on my knee.
Tracy shared pictures of some of her injuries, including a chunk of her hair that she says the parent pulled out.
My head started hurting, and I just felt like I was just out of it. And it was just like chaos.
In the days and months since, Tracy has been diagnosed with a concussion, acute stress disorder, and anxiety, among other things.
I can have daily head pain. I become very forgetful, not sleeping.
Because she hasn't been medically cleared to return to teaching, Tracy is on workers' compensation. According to MPS, she's lost more than $5,000 in wages. That does not include the more than 2 weeks of sick time she's lost too.
I am missing out months of my salary. And if I were to resign or retire, I would not be able to have the insurance because I wouldn't have enough sick hours.
Tracy is angry and frustrated with school leaders. She says they've overlooked the safety of MPS teachers for years, with violence not only coming from parents, but also from students. She shared pictures of what she says are injuries she's gotten from students assaulting her. Also, pictures of what she says are her classroom and others. On any given day, she claims students destroy the learning spaces.
If they hit the teacher and tear up the room, they are put right back into the classroom. Central office administration doesn't always support the teachers and what's going on in their classrooms.
Documents Tracy provided to Spectrum News show a laundry list of behavioral complaints against students. We've blurred them for confidentiality reasons. Tracy says she and other teachers enter these complaints into a system at Benjamin Franklin School. From November 2021 to this past March, the complaints span 31 pages. Some detail students hitting and biting teachers and other kids.
You know, I've gone home with scratches and black and blue marks. Some days it can happen every half hour that you're getting hit.
I reached out to MPS for an interview with the new superintendent to discuss how the district makes sure teachers are safe inside schools and classrooms. MPS did not agree to an on-camera interview, but provided the following statement. It says in part, quote, "Since this incident, the district has made changes to the visitor policy at our schools. This change will focus on the safety of our educators and allow our families a path to address their concerns in a positive manner," end quote. Tracy says she still wants some accountability.
It's frustrating because I was hurt at an MPS school because it was not safe.
Something else that frustrates her. Tracy claims there was no safety assistant at the school on November 26th. She says this is a breach of protocol. Different from a school resource officer, the job of a safety assistant, according to MPS, includes, quote, assisting in crowd control and the maintenance of order where safety of staff, students, visitors, and protection of property is involved. This includes the ability to intervene and physically break up physical altercations at any assignment involving students, staff, or visitors. Tracy says she wonders whether she would have been attacked at all if a safety assistant had been there.
The mom was threatening staff as they were trying to get her out of the building. So things possibly could have been de-escalated prior to even me walking into the conference room and starting the meeting.
I asked the MPS Board of Governance if a safety assistant was at Benjamin Franklin School on November 26th, And if not, was this a breach of district protocol? After several email exchanges, I still haven't gotten a definitive answer from the district.
State of Wisconsin versus Katoya Hearn.
On May 1st, Tracy's attacker, Katoya Hearn, pleaded guilty to felony battery of a school district officer.
Teachers in our schools do need to be protected. Battery to a teacher in her own classroom in front of students is a felony.
Hearn's sentence includes 3 years of probation after the judge stayed a 3-year prison sentence, including 1.5 years of extended supervision.
I was angry. I handled it the wrong way.
An emotional sigh of relief for Tracy.
I am feeling that there is closure and that the true healing can start because I don't have to worry about having to face this anymore.
As her journey to recovery continues. Katoya Hearn must also complete 30 hours of community service, have no contact with Tracy or Benjamin Franklin School, and undergo a mental health evaluation. A restitution hearing is set for July 9th. In the studio, Megan Carpenter, Spectrum News.
People don't understand how insane it is in these buildings.
No, I agree with you.
It's
November 26, 2024 is still blurry for Tracy Watkins Gobio.
and I still don't remember everything that happened.
What's your first name, man?
Tracy, Tracey.
But what she does remember, she says she'll never forget.
Like, what in the world just happened?
It's the first time Tracy is seeing images of what happened last November when a parent attacked her inside Milwaukee's Benjamin Franklin School.
I think she punched me at least a couple times.
It's the school she's taught at for 12 years.
And then once you're on the ground, she kept kicking you and hitting you.
It doesn't necessarily bring back the memories, but more of the feelings.
Tracy detailed the attack in an exclusive interview with Spectrum News in June.
He was double-fisted, pulling my hair, kicked my head.
Details including a chunk of her hair the parent pulled out.
Did she actually pull hair out of your head?
I couldn't even tell you.
Details she couldn't process on November 26th.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
Since our investigation began, we've gotten some answers from the Milwaukee Public School District. MPS says it changed its visitor policy after Tracy's attack, but has not told us what specific changes were made compared to the old policy.
See, that's how people come into the school, like you can see now.
MPS has also not provided information about this.
Do you guys have security on staff here, or
Not today.
not today?
Unfortunately, not today.
Why was there no security at Benjamin Franklin School the day Tracy was attacked?
Has MPS ever explained
What's going to happen?
why there was no security on site that day?
No.
Under MPS, that security is called a safety assistant. Tracy says one is always assigned to Franklin School every day. Take another look at that footage.
Do you guys have security on staff here, or
Not today.
not today?
Unfortunately, not today. I think if we would have had a safety who would have been, cued into this, that the whole incident could have been de-escalated and not have gotten to this point.
Since April 30th, we've asked MPS to confirm and explain this issue 5 different times. After first asking the communications department, we were referred to the Board of Governance, who referred us back to communications. Spectrum News still has not gotten answers to our questions, nor have we been granted an interview with Superintendent Brenda Cassellius. Our last request was on July 23rd.
You have major injuries or even minor? Can you just give me a call? Can you let me know? Like concussion.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on.
Anything.
Tracy says she continues to live with post-concussive symptoms and PTSD.
The PTSD will always be there. The anxiety will always be there. Triggers will always be there.
A lingering concern as she looks ahead to the fall. As of now, she's preparing to go back inside that school for the first time in more than 8 months.
I don't know how I will handle walking back in.
Since our investigation started, we've uncovered that violence is an issue affecting more than just one teacher at this school.
Tracy gave us dozens of pages of incident reports, specifically for students at Franklin School, dating back to November of 2021. They detail students hitting, punching, and biting teachers, among other things. You can see those more in depth in our story from June on our website. In the studio, Megan Carpenter, Spectrum News. So how did you first even learn that this had happened to Tracy?
Your story.
What did you think when you saw that?
I thought I need to call this teacher.
Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent Brenda Cassellius confirms our reporting prompted her to take action.
So my first step was to talk to the teacher and find out what happened.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
The teacher is Tracy Watkins Gobio. She's taught special education at Benjamin Franklin School for 12 years.
It was just you in the room at the time?
It's now been more than 8 months since a parent attacked her inside that school, causing physical and emotional harm.
I mean, like concussion,
Yeah, I'm sure that's what's going on.
I mean, anything.
Last week, after getting a call from Cassellius, Tracy met with the superintendent face to face for the first time. She says it felt like she mattered.
I feel like somebody heard me and somebody wanted to listen.
Spectrum News spoke exclusively to Tracy back in June as she detailed that attack.
She grabbed a hold of my hair, punched the right side of my face, and I was thrown to the ground.
She kind of pulled me down.
In July, we exclusively obtained body camera footage of Milwaukee police responding to that attack.
Yeah, because she came and I think she...
All the while, we pressed MPS for answers, asking about security measures at the schools. We've also asked for an interview several times with Superintendent Cassellius. So last Friday, we accompanied Tracy as she attended a meeting scheduled at the district's headquarters. After that meeting with Tracy, Cassellius agreed to meet with us.
I want to preface this by saying, you were not the superintendent back in November when this happened. You took over in March. One of the things that the district told me initially when I reached out was that the visitor policy had changed because of what happened to her across the, all the schools. But do you know what changes were made compared to the old policy to make it safer?
No, I don't know that level of detail yet. Like I said, I found out about this incident from watching your story, reached out immediately to the teacher very next day, and then wanted to meet with her to be able to really get the facts that I needed to be able to start the work of making it right.
Another concern Tracy has brought up, there was no security personnel at Franklin School the day she was attacked.
Do you guys have security on staff here, or
Not today.
not today?
They're called safety assistants. I asked the superintendent how they fit into the district's security policy.
Is there supposed to be a safety assistant every day at each MPS school?
I don't think all of our schools have safeties. So most of them do, and some of them have more than one. It's depending on the size of the school and how many students are in the school and based on the needs.
Cassellius further explained that for the district's 156 buildings, there are 300 safety assistants, the most she's ever seen during her career.
What I'm going to do is meet with my safety team now and see how we're deploying our safeties and how we're ensuring that we have them where we see other community factors that maybe would indicate that we would need to have additional safety.
As Tracy prepares to go back to the classroom this fall, she says for the first time, she has some hope.
When you initially reached out to me, was this the outcome that you were hoping for?
I honestly didn't know what was going to happen, but today, just kind of proved that I did the right thing.
Starting the new school year with a conversation.
Making sure that she was heard and listened to.
And a commitment.
And that her story would lead to changes within her school and within the system.
As far as next steps, the superintendent says she wants to look at how MPS manages its class sizes and students with disabilities so that teachers don't feel so overwhelmed. She also says she thinks safety issues are systemic within the school district. She says she plans to address that this next school year. Megan Carpenter, Spectrum News.